Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. I just posted a video showing Giantess erupting. The camera is kind of shaking. There's no wind there to speak of at Yellowstone. And I noticed that the steam now, it's currently 11:22 a.m., is looking a little dirty. Never a good sign when it's gray like that. I've seen it black as coal on some of the other geysers several years ago, quite a few years ago actually. It's currently 60 degrees there. There hasn't been any rain in quite a few days. They're not expecting rain until Monday. And the wind is about 4 miles an hour. Maybe about 1 o'clock, but it's relatively calm there. Maybe the reason there at Old Faithful, the camera's shaking, look like we have an earthquake currently coming in right now. I'll have to add that to my stream that I pull. See that? Now this is the Madison River area. That's the area where they've been having earthquake swarms. The top is Norris Geyser Basin. And at the bottom, that would be the borehole. These are all boreholes for Yellowstone Lake. That current program that I'm using is from IRIS in cooperation with USGS. It's the Stream View. This here is Swarm Program. Seismic Wave Analysis, Real-Time Monitoring. This is developed by USGS. This is the latest earthquake that they're reporting right smack dab in the middle of the Yellowstone Lake. According to USGS map, there's the location. And then using Google Earth, let me zoom out. There's that 1.0. It's actually not. And here we have Frank Island. And I've talked about this crack at the bottom of the lake. They did research there in 2018. Sent a submersible down to take temperature readings. Gas readings. The submersible they named Yogi. And going back to the swarm program, we'll make this larger. This is borehole 208, which is a monitor at the north end of the lake by Fishing Bridge, but this is actually a magnitude 1.54, and I shortened the seismic wave quite a bit. It's probably larger. The next earthquake they are reporting for today is a 1.4. It is a little bit closer to the monitor there at the Fishing Bridge. Let me bring this out and I'll show you. Alright, the Fishing Bridge is right here, and the monitor, which is a borehole, a very deep well under the ground, is located here. So, shortening up the seismic wave, it actually comes in as a 1.53. I'll show you the spectrogram. Yeah, look at the heat that came up there. And this one actually affected the borehole for the Madison River area. And for the Norris Geyser Basin, yeah, it really affected this whole caldera system a lot more than that other one. I actually think it brought up more hot gases than that last one. Let me bring this over because there's another little quake. Yeah, very small. Look at it right there. What would that be? That comes in as a magnitude 1.36. And we'll go back to the spectrogram and we'll pull it over. But they're only reporting the one earthquake. We have another earthquake at 1421 that they are not reporting, and you'll see the signature here of harmonic tremors. That one they're not reporting, like I said, and it comes in as a 1.19. And yeah, look at the heat, the gases that came up. Here's two more earthquakes that they're not reporting. At 10:45, this is the Madison River area. Yeah, we got a small one and then a little bit larger one. That one possibly a 1.16. And if I shorten up the seismic wave, it comes in as a 1.09. The first one would be a 0.61. We'll go back to the spectrogram. Yeah, look at the heat. The earthquakes may be smaller, but they're bringing up a lot more heat, and these two are marked in red. meaning that the computer picked it up at the borehole for Norris Geyser Basin, and it sent a message to the geologists, and they were supposed to come in and review it. About 3 minutes later, there was a 1.6 that came in at Glenwood, Utah. But this one came in later, and it's way down south. Here you can see it's 10:45. The University of Utah, someone there, reviewed these earthquakes and decided not to report it. At 13:35, now that's universal time. The middle one here is the Norris Geyser Basin. The one on the left is Madison River. And the one on the right is Yellowstone Lake's boreholes. These are all boreholes. 13:35, we got an earthquake here not being reported. It kind of shows up at the Madison River area and doesn't really show up at Yellowstone Lake. Let's look at the signature. Alright, so we got the second ending of the S wave right there. You can see the little red line as I draw it across all three monitors. The first wave would be right there. It's stronger there at Norris Geyser Basin, and that comes in as a 1.15. We'll look at the spectrogram. Again, not being reported. There's a lot of them here. You can see them that are not being reported. We got one there and there. That one, 10:28. Did I report that one? Yeah, I think I did. I'm waiting to request the data for Lake Butte and Little West Thumb. But while we're waiting, I wanted to show you the area of Giantess Geyser. Over here, we have Beehive. This is the location. Let me go back to the live webcam. Looks like Giantess is erupting again, and look how dark that is. Yeah, it's going off pretty good right now. Down here at the bottom, let me pull this down for you. That's Beehive right there. Yeah, it's going off really good now. Yeah, it was dormant for a year and 2 months. And then before that, it was dormant for over 6 years. And then it erupted in 2020 twice. Went back to sleep. And now it's erupting really good right now. Yeah, things are definitely changing there at Yellowstone. Now this is on the eastern side of Firehole River. Up behind here, where all these trees are, up behind, that is the resurgent dome. Yellowstone's got 2 resurgent domes. That is the Mallard Lake resurgent dome. Yeah, it's a little dirty, isn't it? It's really going off. If I can pull it up a little bit higher. No, they need to move their camera, which they're not doing. The earlier eruption wasn't as nice as what's showing right now, the one that I put to music. Yeah, that's going off real nice. We'll just watch it here for a minute. Like I said, I'm waiting to receive data from Lake Butte and Little West Thumb. I want to see what's going on there. How much magma's coming into the system. Yeah, look at it shooting up. Yeah, when you have these geysers that now they move it, yeah, that are dormant and all of a sudden become active. Well, it's had 6,000 years that it's been recharging. 6,000 years that the magma's building up, pressure's building. Talked about the popping of the ground, how the ground's becoming brittle because of the pressure coming up from underneath. Yeah, it looks like it's settling down a little bit. Yeah, they've had a lot of geysers that have been dormant over the past couple years that are waking back up. It rained one day, a week or so ago there, and hasn't rained there since. and they're in the midst of a drought. Like I said, this is right along Firehole River. Look how dark that, yeah, how gray that is. When it erupted in 2020. I was lucky enough to be watching the camera and caught it back then also. Yeah, that's a long eruption. It has had past eruptions that have lasted about 25 minutes. Alright, I want to check my data. Yeah, look how gray that is. Yeah, that is not good. That's an indication that the rock under the ground has heated up, and not all rock melts at the same temperature. It's heated up and has melted and is coming up with the steam. Yeah, some of those softer particles of rock. You can see the other geyser over here on the left. That one's also dirty. Seems like the slower it gets, the dirtier it gets. The less steam that comes up. Yeah, the dirtier the steam gets. Makes you wonder if you're right there where you could actually see, if they had a decent camera, if there's any rocks being thrown up. Alright, let me check my data. Well, I'm still waiting for the data. Sometimes it's really slow in coming in. I hope you're enjoying watching this geyser go off. Yeah, look how dark it's getting. Yeah, dormant for a year and 2 months, and all of a sudden it decided to wake up. Maybe I'll put some music during this time when we're watching, waiting for the data. Or you can just fast forward it when I get done. Alright, I'm going to start with this earthquake that came in. Looks like blobs of magma, actually. At the Madison River area. Harmonic and volcanic tremors. Yeah, it came in through here. Let me pull it over for you. Oops. And then it calmed down. And I'll pull it over a little bit farther. Yeah. And then we'll look at the spectrogram here in a second. Yeah, this is the Madison River area where they've been having earthquake swarms. I can keep it on the line. I'm sorry, I tried to keep my mouse along the bottom of the keyboard, and yeah, I just don't have any luck doing that. Alright, so here's the signature of that 1.0 that U.S. University of Utah claims was at 1506. You can see it's marked in red. And I wanted to see what else we got. In the center is Little West Thumb. On the right is Lake Butte, and you can see we got, yeah, magma that came in. Let's check out the time. 12:16. Look at the line of melt. Let's make Lake Butte a little bit bigger, and we'll pull it over so you can see that. Yeah, blobs of magma that came in, went under the lake, all the way across the lake, and then it settled down, but it got real high there for a while, didn't it? And we'll go back over here to this small earthquake. Let's look at its signature. A little popping of the rock, and then, yeah, you can see, yeah, magma came in. Alright, we'll pull that over. Let me pull it down a little bit for you. And we got two lines of melt there. Blobs of magma. Oh, look at its signature. Yeah. Everything is normal. A-okay. Yeah. It's not. I'm being sarcastic. Remember I talked about all the tilt meters that aren't working. Madison River, which is very important, isn't working. The Norris Geyser Basin, I think that one was still working. And the borehole, the tilt meter for Yellowstone Lake, that one was not working. There was a total of 5 that were not working. So let's go back to the signature. Yeah, it was coming in hard and fast right there, wasn't it? It didn't go silent, though. So that's a good sign. Yeah, right there, look at that. Oh. Yeah, it didn't go quiet. When it goes quiet, that means that it's coming in so fast and loud that the monitors can't pick up the sound. Yeah. Now that was, each line is a half an hour. So this was just 4.5 hours ago. Let's look at this one right here. And this is when I just pulled the files. And again, this is Lake Butte. Let's take a look at Little West Thumb. Alright, they look pretty similar, but Lake Butte showed more thickening. Yeah, look at that. Pop, 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 pop. 2 lines of melt. Okay, we'll come down. Come down to some of these smallers. And what was it showing? There's a small one there. When I pulled the files. Yeah, volcanic tremors. So about 10 to 11 hours ago, this is what it was showing. Yeah. Maybe it settled down. I don't know. It doesn't look like, if it has, that it settled down much. Taking a look at the thumbnails. Yeah. There's Madison River, Maple Creek, Norris Museum, Norris Junction, Mary Lake, Yellowstone Lake. Let me bring this down a little bit. Yeah, the borehole for, let's take a look at that. Alright, looks like they got, what, we got 1, 2, 3 boreholes that are not working right now. So they must have got 2 of them working since my last report. That one is the Madison River area. Tell me they're not watching my videos. That's good. Okay, that one they got working. But the one here for Yellowstone Lake isn't working. Yeah, the one for the promontory is not working. And Lake Butte is not working. Let me check this out. Unavailable. Okay. Unavailable. Unavailable. You can see here, this is for the Norris Geyser Basin. Yeah, it's still going up. So anyways, that's all I have for you right now. Looks like they're watching Giantess again. That's it right there. I'll probably add a little arrow to my video so you know. Any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Oh, I wanted to add too, over here on the left, that's where that new geyser erupted. I believe it was 2 years ago. That was that area there. Yeah, so basically it's not screaming, so that's good, I suppose. But basically it's still the same stuff that's going on. Any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.